Welcome to Module 1, where we begin exploring the power of personal storytelling. Many people think storytelling is just for writers, filmmakers, or influencers. But in reality, it's one of the most powerful career tools you can use. Stories help us stand out, make us memorable, and connect us to others. In this session, we'll cover what personal storytelling is, why it matters, and the psychology behind why stories are so powerful. Personal storytelling is the art of sharing your experiences in a way that carries meaning and emotion. It's not just about listing facts, like your name, your degree, or your job title. It's about turning those facts into a narrative. For example, instead of saying, "I studied engineering," you might say, "I chose engineering because as a kid I loved solving puzzles, and I wanted to keep that curiosity alive in my career." One version is a fact, the other is a story, and the second creates a bridge between who you are and how others see you. Why do stories matter so much? First, they build emotional connection. Facts inform, but stories touch people's hearts. Second, they make you memorable. You might forget someone's job title, but you'll remember the story of how they overcame a challenge. And third, stories inspire and influence. Leaders use stories to motivate teams. Activists use stories to inspire action. And in your career, stories help you persuade an employer, connect with a mentor, or inspire your peers. Stories are not just decoration. They are tools of influence. There's science behind this too. Our brains are wired for stories. A clear beginning, middle, and end is easier for the brain to process than random information. Stories also trigger emotion and empathy. When we hear about someone's struggle, we imagine ourselves in their shoes. And people remember stories far more than numbers or data. That's why ads, speeches, and even interviews often use storytelling. If you want people to remember you, put your facts into a story. It's important to see the difference between facts and stories. Facts inform. They tell people what you did. Stories move. They show people who you are. The real magic happens when you combine both. For example, I was the first in my family to attend university. It was hard because I had no roadmap, but I learned to figure things out and help others along the way. That's both fact and story, and it communicates resilience, values, and motivation in a way that plain data never could. Storytelling isn't just something you use once, it shows up everywhere. In job interviews, stories help you prove your skills instead of just listing them. In networking, they make you more relatable and memorable. In leadership, stories inspire your team and communicate vision. And online, personal storytelling shapes your personal brand, how people perceive you when they see your posts, videos, or bios. Once you master storytelling, it becomes a versatile skill you can apply to almost every professional situation. To wrap up Chapter 1, let's reflect. Personal storytelling is not optional. It's essential. Facts show what you've done, but stories reveal who you are. They connect you to others, inspire action, and make you memorable. Whether it's in interviews, networking, or leadership, storytelling is a skill that sets you apart. In the next module, we'll dive into how to actually craft your personal story, step by step. Here are 3 resources to continue learning. The book Talk Like TED explores how the best speakers use storytelling to captivate audiences. The Moth podcast is full of real personal stories that will inspire you to share your own. And Simon Sinek's YouTube talks show how storytelling can transform leadership and communication. Each of these resources can give you new tools and examples to practice storytelling in your own life. Well done on watching the Chapter 1 of Personal Storytelling. Before you go, make sure that you scan the QR code to visit the Youth Living Labs Academy and have access to the full training material. See you next time.